Hola amigos, welcome to my channel, A Voyage into Crypto Metaverse. This is chapter 7. Today I'm going to talk about essential tools, but before I get started, I just want to give this little disclaimer. None of this is financial advice. It is only for fun, entertainment, and education. So with that, let's get started. So first of all, let's talk about the units of Bitcoin. Why you need to understand units of Bitcoin? Because when you transact on the Bitcoin network or even when you trade on certain exchanges, you need to understand the smallest units of Bitcoin and how to break Bitcoin up into smaller pieces so that you can transact. Actually, you don't need to hold one full Bitcoin. You can hold a fraction of a Bitcoin. Bitcoin has up to 8 decimal places. So you can hold, the minimum you can hold is this 0.00001, so which is equal to 1 Satoshi. So basically 1 Satoshi is the minimum unit of Bitcoin. It's named in the creator of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto. It's also called a SAT or SATs when you want to talk about these units. So 100 sats makes up one micro Bitcoin, or it's also called 1 bit. 100,000 sats make up 1 milli Bitcoin, or it's also called a millibit. 1 million sats make up 1 CBTC or 1 bit cent. So, and 100 million Satoshis or 100 million sats make up one full Bitcoin. So let's keep moving and understand the units of Ethereum as well. So Ethereum in comparison to Bitcoin has 18 decimal places. So the minimum, again, it's called the way. So the 1 way is the smallest unit, which is 0 and point, and then 17 zeros and 1. So and similarly, when you keep moving, so kilogaway is 1000 way, and then we have mega way, which is 1 million way, and then we have gigaway. So gigaway is important because it is used to denominate the transaction fee on the Ethereum network. So, or it's also called the gwei rather than the gigaway, and so on. So, and all of these with 18 decimal places, it makes up 1 Ethereum. So let's keep moving. So now I'm going to talk about the tokenomics or the token economics. So what does tokenomics means? These are the metrics of various coins. So for example, important metrics, for example, the initial supply, the circulating supply. So what is initial supply? So initially when a token or a coin is launched, some of it may be pre-mined, which means that the supply is instantly available at the time of the launch, and then that supply becomes the circulating supply, and over time the circulating supply increases because of the emissions. So emissions are basically how many new coins are getting generated in a period of time. For example, at the moment the Bitcoin block rewards are 6.25, so that means that every 10 minutes 6.25 new Bitcoins are created. These are the emissions for Bitcoin. Similarly for Ethereum, the block rewards are 3 Ethereum at the moment, and which means with a block frequency of 30 seconds, there are 3 new Ethereum coming into circulation every 30 seconds. And then we have the max supply. So max supply is the maximum supply that can be there for a particular coin. So for Bitcoin, it is 21 million. So there could no more Bitcoin after 21 million Bitcoins are in circulations. And similarly for Ethereum, that max supply is actually infinite. But again, because of the limited emissions, there is not much inflation in Ethereum's circulating supply. So next we talk about the price, which is very important, and you guys may already be looking at the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So next one is the market cap, market capitalization. So very important metric when you look at look at the various cryptocurrencies. So market capitalization is calculated by multiplying circulating supply by price. And then we have the fully diluted value FDV, which is calculated by multiplying max supply by the price. So these are the tokenomics. And now look at the essential tools. So we have these two essential tools, CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap, which are very similar in functionality. But we will look at it. We'll look at both of them in a moment. Let me just switch screens. Now I'm in my browser. I have opened coingecko.com, and here you can see all the available cryptocurrencies. You can scroll through these. So these are actually sorted by market capitalization. So you can see the Bitcoin at the top. Its price is close to 21,000 US dollars, and then this is the market cap for Bitcoin, $413 billion at the moment. And it also shows the chart for the last 7 days in the right column, and also the volume traded in the last 24 hours, which is $26 billion. And then it shows you the 1 hour change in price, the 24 hours change in price, and the 7-day change in price of that coin. So similarly, you can keep moving. We have Ethereum at the number 2, and then we have Tether, USD coin, BNB, and so on. So you can keep going. There are hundreds and hundreds of coins, but I'll not go into details of those. I just want to cover this tool at a high level. So now you can actually click on any of these coins and go into the further details. So let me just go into Bitcoin's details. So Bitcoin's details, you can see here, the again market capitalization, circulating supply here. So circulating supply for Bitcoin is a little over 19 million at the moment. And then you have the total supply, max supply. So max supply is 21 million. Then you have 24-hour trading volume here, and fully diluted valuation also. So at current prices, the fully diluted valuation is going to be $448 billion. On the right, you have some information. You have the website, bitcoin.org. You can even check the white paper here. And then you have the block explorers. I will take a moment and show you the block explorers also. So let's go to their block explorer. So as I told you previously that Bitcoin is a open permissionless network. You can it's open and transparent. You can just go in and look at any transactions. So this is a block explorer, and you can see that these many blocks have been mined, and these many transactions are there, these many outputs are there, these many addresses are there. So you can also look at the current transactions that are happening. Here, let's just click on transactions. So you can see all the transactions. This is sorted by date, and let's go in and see. So this is the way it shows the transaction. So this is the transaction hash or the transaction identifier, and then it is telling you how much was the worth, how much Bitcoin was transacted, what was the USD value of that Bitcoin, how much transaction fees was paid. So here you can see this in decimals. So you can look at it in terms of smaller units. So you can say that it was 4,416 sats that was paid for this transaction fee, which was about less than $1. So then we have the fees per V-byte, which is 23 sats. So when you create a Bitcoin transaction, you actually pay fees for the bytes. So you have for this transaction, 23 sats per byte was paid out. So the total bytes, so whatever would have been the number of total bytes, so that get multiplied by 23, and then the total transaction fee is calculated and charged. So this may sound a little weird to you, but you will get used to it when you transact in Bitcoin. So that is quickly about the block explorer. So there are other block explorers. I will not go into all the details. You can explore on your own. And then it shows further information about wallets. So these all wallets you can use with Bitcoin, you have these hardware wallets, Ledger and Trezor I previously talked about. Then you have Electrum, which is a desktop wallet, and then you have this mobile wallet, Trust Wallet, and XDeFi, and so on. So community, if you want to go and check the community, you have these social media sites available here. You can search it on Twitter. You can also look at the source code. So very important here. So when you are looking at other coins and you are kind of doing your research, so you want to look at the code as well. And if not, uh, go in much detail, but you need to at least look at if the repositories are active. So first of all, the if a coin does not have open source code, that's a no from me. I won't even touch that coin with a 10-foot pole, and I'll just stay away from that. And if it must be open sourced and all, and it must be very active. So you can see the Bitcoin's code on the GitHub. It's active. There is a lot of activity happening here. If you see some flat line here, which means that there is no activity. So for this particular library, there hasn't been any activity on Bitcoin source code, but for other repos, there are there are some commits happening here, some activity happening here, some pull requests going on, so which is a very good sign. So whenever you research any coin, you should actually look at its GitHub, you should look at its code, and also what all activity is happening there. If it is a flat line, that is not very good. So this is about CoinGecko. I'll go and open CoinMarketCap as well to show you quickly. It is very similar tool, uh, very similar to CoinGecko. So again, it's showing cryptocurrencies sorted by market capitalization. It is showing the price. It is showing how much it varied in 1 hour, 24 hours, and 7 days. And then it shows the market capitalization, the volume, and the circulating supply. And then finally, a little chart. You can again go in and get further details. It will also give you the details on the Explorer, for example, here. So you can also look at other information, for example, the Twitter handle. It may not be very valuable for Bitcoin, but other projects post a lot of details about themselves on Twitter. So it is nice to check out, and also the GitHub repos and all. So this is about CoinMarketCap. One last thing I want to show is the historical charts that you can check on both of these sites. So here it's showing a 24-hour chart. So and also it will show you the prices: 24-hour low price, 24-hour high price. So Bitcoin went from $20,408 to $22,288 in the last 24 hours. And then you have the 7-day low and high, and then you also have all-time high and all-time low price of Bitcoin when it started recording. And then you can change the chart view here. You can change it to 7 days, you can change it to 14 days, and so on. Sometimes I want to look at the a bigger picture, so longer term chart. So it is the maximum available data here. So you can see, you can hover over the chart and see the various dates and all. You can even zoom in if you want to. So you can zoom in a particular time frame. Here I have zoomed in onto 2017 and 18, and you can change it back to the last 1 year and so on. So you can also look at the so this is the chart of price. You can also look at the chart for market capitalization here. So for the last 1 year, you can see that Bitcoin spiked over more than $1 trillion market cap and then came back lower. So this is about it. So hope you learned something new today. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys. Thank you.